Welcome. Thanks for being here. Hello, Rich is just popping in the room. Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for being here, watching us on a Thursday. There's plenty of places for you to be other than here, but you're here, so that's okay. I heard some feedback from somewhere, unless that was... Are you sanding something? What is...
Yes. Yes, I am. I have power tools. I know how to use them. I'm not afraid.
Are you taking a sticker off an old part or something?
No, I am working on some shelves that are going to go above my small parts area for additional binders. You want to see?
Sure. Hello,
Sure.
Moto. Hello, David Briggs. Hello, Olden Surly's here as well.
If you're subject to unsteady camera work, close your eyes.
All right, we'll follow you.
Oh my God, I'm going to throw up with all this handheld camera action.
Yeah.
What is this? The Blair? Is this the Blair Witch basement?
Yeah. So
wait, is this the small parts room or the large parts room?
This is the all parts room now.
Oh.
Is this Lego found footage?
Could be. So those there will go over here, and the stuff on the back side will come over here, and then I'll have more room.
Of course.
Because instructions, as someone seems to have conceded recently.
So how is the store going? How's everything going business-wise?
Not bad. You know, I pick up new things here and there. I sell off things, which I think never will sell, but then they do.
Rich is sanding plastic indoors because he feels like he's already going to beat life expectancy, so he's living dangerously.
Yeah. So I reconstructed a crane set that was here. Nice crane. $130. Gone.
Cool.
Last Sunday. So had some interest about the Palace Cinema. Got some Bionicle. There was some interest about that. Look, Disney Castle with friends.
Nice.
Friend section.
Cool.
But yeah, stuff.
Are you going to try to get one of those, the small store Lego official, get some brick from Lego, get some sets from Lego kind of thing?
I would like to if I knew somebody. If anybody knows somebody who would like to contact me, I'm open to contact.
Well, I can tell you that they are not watching our show.
Yeah, I know. But, hey, they might. littlebrickgallery@gmail.com. Hit me up. I would shill for you. Yes, that's right. I would shill for you. Lego.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm kind of getting the feeling that Lego has re-entered that small toy store market. There's a small store up in Rome where we used to live. There's a toy store, and they are an official Lego retailer as a small toy store. And I'm thinking some Bricks and Minifigs have that too, or the chain does. I mean, so I think losing Toys R Us, Lego has had to find other avenues for the brick to be on shelves, and that's fine with me. I remember buying Lego from an independent retailer in my first sets and everything. So
I think with the display that I have with the train, that if Lego wanted to, cook me a deal where I could have some of their latest Lego train sets, it would be a match made in Lego heaven.
There you go.
I could demonstrate just that, and people will buy them.
That's right.
And they'll be hooked. They'll be like, mainline me, baby. Hit me up with some ABS.
You could get a small rusty van and go down by the river with Lego out of the back of it, spray painted with buy Lego and free candy on the side, and you know.
and offer inspirational talk, motivational talk.
Are we writing a horror movie right now?
It could be.
Well, somebody mentioned the Blair Witch Project. I don't know who.
The Blair Witch Project. I see.
The Blair Witch Project. That's right. That's right.
All right. Good to have you here, Rich. What is going on, Matt? What's going on in your Lego world?
I have finished Ninjago, the Ninjago layout. So Ninjago City parts 1 through 4 are complete and on the opposite wall. Ta-da!
Nice.
And Saturday was April discount day, so I am sorting parts. So I got some parts. I got a bunch of the 1x5 nougat pieces, and bought some sets between April discount day and Target having 20% off plus 5% if you use your red card, which I do own. I got the rest of the helmets I got the Captain Rex and Jedi Bob. I don't know. What was the other one? Captain Rex and somebody else. And I already had the Leia one. So I've got all 3 of the helmets. And when I went into the store, to my surprise, they said that the 15% discount, you could use that on the new brick-built Chewbacca. So I got the Chewbacca. And then one of the Lego store employees talked about how they tweaked Chewbacca's face to make him look a little more rough and growly and a little less cuddly. So I don't know. When I get around to building that, I might tweak the Chewbacca. And what else did I get?
You tweak the Chewbacca on your own time, all right? Not on this show.
Or I could make one of a Chewbacca who is tweaking. I guess that would be a different way to go with it. But, tweaking Chewbacca. He's got a cigar or something.
Someone's stealing your car.
Yeah, I think I may have there we go. I think it was in my pocket, and this chair is a little snug on the side. I think I may have accidentally triggered the panic button just sitting here sorting Lego.
It was the chair, honest.
Yeah, it was the chair.
I hate it when that happens.
The other thing that's happening in my house is that it's actually cold in my Lego room. So my Lego room has been the warmest room in the house for a long time. And we got a new HVAC installed today, and it is almost chilly in the house. They wanted us to run it hard the first couple of hours to let all the oil and the juices circulate through the new furnace. That was the manufacturer's recommendation. So it's almost cold in here. I should probably change out the tank top into something fuzzy and flannel or something. I don't know. But
I thought you had something fuzzy. That's just your arms. Anyway, go ahead.
this is yeah, that's just my arms. But in Lego related, no one really should care about my HVAC on this channel, but in Lego related, there's a Lego related aspect, which is the basement is now cooled, which it was not before. We have an unfinished basement in this house, and it has the walls framed in, but there's no drywall and there's no carpet down there. There is electricity, basic electricity, but there is a large room in the basement that has 0 windows, which would make an excellent Lego room. And I have been having fevered dreams about that someday becoming my Lego build space. And now that it's air conditioned, that's a lot more attractive. So it's got to scrape some pennies together, get some carpet, get some drywall, and all of this could migrate down into a room that is probably 3 to 4 times the amount of space I have in here. Of course, I'm already spilling out of this room. So the guest bedroom is the de facto Lego room annex where brick that needs to be sorted and completed projects are just stuck in the guest room because the guest room's only used when Jeff Van Winden comes or my parents. Those are the only 2 people that ever stay there. Chewy looks
Life
too
day
many
parties.
life day parties. they were suggesting that if you redo the Chewy, you put one of those bricks with the teeth on it, like under the lip. And they said something like change like the eyes. They said they took out the tear ducts, which I haven't looked that closely at it, but they took out the tear ducts in the set, and he looked much fiercer. So I don't know. When I get around to it, I've been a fan. I like the brick built R2, and I like I like all the helmets. So I bought it. The other thing that I picked up that's been pretty popular, two other sets I picked up on April Disco Day were the new insects set. So we have had the botanicals with flowers of different types, and we also had a couple of years ago, okay, more than a couple, about 10 years ago, Lego put out a bird set of 3-dimensional bird species. And then while I was still an employee, the employee gift set was another bird set that was exclusive to employees. But I think honestly that if you want that bird set, all you have to do is go download the instructions. I don't think any of the parts in that employee Christmas set were hard to find or unique to that set. So if you're really into that, you can always, but now we're getting insects. And so I don't know, I'm kind of excited about the insect set. That might be the next thing I build. I might crack that baby open and make me a praying mantis. And, I don't know, we'll see. And that'll be kind of fun to go with the flower sets. The other thing that Lego related thing that happened is a good friend of mine is moving away, a couple, and they have a youngster who's 4 and under, and they came over. I had a little farewell party and had some of our mutual friends. These are mostly friends I know through hockey. And one of the other couples also has children. And so I got out a couple of smallish sets and I said, you guys each one of you can pick a Lego set to build. The 4-year-old is obsessed with cars. So he chose the cement truck where the cylinder spins on the cement truck. Mm. And then I waited until the very end of the evening to Disco Day. No, that's a different thing. That's where you have to go to Studio 54 with your Lego. This is April Discount Day. And anyway, so I brought them up to the Lego room and we did it at the end of the night so that they wouldn't want to come back up here and wreak unholy terror on my carefully sorted collection. And he's like, well, if you ever have any extra wheels, and I was like, oh yeah,
extra wheels.
I was like, let me fix you up with a parting gift. So he got a whole bunch of wheels, and apparently he just loves making things that roll around. So we I think all of us on this panel don't build a lot of vehicles. We build a lot of space vehicles or things like that. So I may have found a destination to send my surplus wheels. I'll sit down at some point and try to pair them up because I didn't want to give them an unequal number of wheels because, of course, that's like getting an unequal number of wedge plates, which would drive certain people crazy. So I did send him pairs of wheels, but I said, you can probably expect another care gift package at some point next year because I'm not going to use all these wheels. And they seem like they multiply in the box over there. So it just goes to show that the Lego part that you don't use, there's someone out there who might want it. Now, I need to find the person who needs 1,000 eyes, and then I'll be set.
Well, I will say this: if you know of a school or whatever, when they have Lego things, they do actually in a lot of educational things and everything. They're looking for wheels because that's something the kids can build and if you have wheels, because we at the school that we do stuff with, they have a Lego day and they were wanting to do Lego races. I'm like, you got wheels? They're like, well, we have some. I'm like, no. You're going to need a lot, and B, they have to match because kids will be like, no. They have to all 4 be the same and all this kind of stuff. So if you got some, I've got some to donate, pair them up and donate them to a school or to a daycare or whatever. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the Halloween themed stuff is now on the BAM. So I picked up the 3 figures and then I swapped out the accessory with this, and I got an extra an extra dark tan tree trunk. So fun stuff.
What is I I don't hang around the BAM very much. They usually prepackage the 3 new figures every year or every cycle or what?
I would say that's become more frequent at the stores, our local stores, that wasn't always the case. In years past, you would just show up and have to dig through the detritus and try to find the parts for the missing figs. But I think what they've been
What you just say? You dig through your what?
detritus. That's a GRE word right there. I'm helping those you kids at home who are getting ready to go to graduate school. Detritus.
Look, in the South, we don't talk about our trituses in public. So
I'm not even sure I understand what that euphemism is for, but anyway.
I don't either. I don't know what a tritus is.
But what I think has happened is that when the new BAM parts ship, and it's either the Christmas figures or the Halloween figures or the turkey figures, they all come in bags where you get a bag of torsos and a bag of legs. And all. So I think they've realized that it's pretty efficient to just go ahead and stick together, have the staff stick together at least a certain number of them and put them into the little plastic cases. And when people come in and they're looking for that, I also got myself, everybody needs a spring chicken or a fall chicken in this case, but so I got a little chicken accessory there.
I wonder if they do that for the folks who just want the new part and they don't want to have time to dig, or they're like, not all these parts are going to be popular. We need to put some so they make sure they get out of our bins or whatever.
I just want to point out that that I think they put this one together backwards, or maybe that's like a horror thing. Like it's like, oh my gosh, the pumpkin-headed man who has holes in the front of his legs. I don't know.
And so he can kneel. Remember, when you flip the legs backwards, then you can bend them backwards. He's kneeling on the ground. Yeah, see, he's
it's kind of evil kneel.
That's hilarious. All right, Stever knows that word. What? How do you spell it? I need to look it up. How do you spell tritus?
Detritus, I believe. I think that's how it's spelled, detritus.
Detritus. Okay.
Speaking of spelling words, so my spouse has become very interested in watching Championship Scrabble, which you can watch on YouTube. People are playing games, and I make jokes about youngsters these days who watch other people play video games and how I don't really understand it. Now I'm married to somebody who watches people play competitive Scrabble. And so he's all inspired by this. So he ordered a Scrabble board, a portable one that folds up so you can play Scrabble on the go if you want to. And he let it be known that he would very much like for me to play Scrabble with him. And even though I know a lot of words, I find Scrabble annoying. I find word games in general annoying because there's all these rules, like you can't use proper names, and sometimes you can use this Greek word, but other times you can't. And here's the part that really cheeses me about Scrabble is if it's in the Scrabble dictionary and it's a Greek word, you can use it. But if it's a Greek word, but it's not in the Scrabble English dictionary, then it doesn't count. And if you use it wrong and you get challenged, you lose your turn. And I'm like, well, so basically you need to memorize Scrabble's dictionary. Like, how is that fair? Like, that's not even a consistent rule. If they just said you can only use English words and you use Merriam-Webster dictionary, whatever. But no, they've got their own dictionary, and sometimes Greek and Latin words and stuff count. And other times they don't.
No,
and
you're only playing with one person, your spouse, and you guys can make your own rules. No Greek words.
He wants to enter into one of these competitions. So he wants to play, he wants to practice like an official game. So at one point I did pull out my classics education and I used a Greek word, and I knew that he would challenge me on it. So I just gambled that it would show up. So their Greek word was in Scrabble's dictionary, so he had to skip a turn. So that was advantage me. But then I challenged him on a word, and it was in the dictionary, and so I lost a turn. So I
You
don't
have
know.
to
I
have
think,
that dictionary sitting beside the board, and the
and you're
word
not
QI is a word that counts. So just FYI.
you're not allowed to look up words either. And he knows there's like 5 words that you can use the letter Q that don't require a U, which I don't know, but he knows all 5 of them. And I'm like, that's not fair.
Q, qua. No, I used to know him too.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I used to play with a guy up in Rome, my friend Erskine, who's very smart and everything. And we would play online. And I would have to tell him after the game if I won. It's like, dude, I had to look a word up because I don't know. He knows all the cheats. He has the list of 2s and 3-letter words memorized. And yeah, that's right. And my only way to beat him was to learn a few of those and how to, double layer and all that kind of stuff and everything.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And Thomas beat me, of course, which is kind of funny because his favorite game to play is a game that I beat him at every single time. Every time we play, I think he's won one game out of like 30 times that we have played. Like I'm like 29-1 when I play him. And yet he still wants to play this game.
What is it?
It is Trivial Pursuit. He loves playing Trivial Pursuit, but I own the history and the geography categories. It's like he's like, you might as well just roll again. Like sometimes he'll look at the question, he'll go, just roll again. You're gonna know the answer to this one. So every single time I just get in a streak and I get like 3 pie pieces, and then I just have to get the arts and entertainment answer for the final question, and I just have to wait for there to be one that I actually know. Some arts and entertainment I know better than others. Heaven help me if it's a cooking question, because I'm lost on that. But
I can remember the heady days of playing, and I was pretty good at Trivial Pursuit. I had a lot of useless knowledge as a teenager, so more than my other teenage friends did. So
yeah, I was on the Quiz Bowl team. Mine was the social studies, geography, history area of the team. So
hey, you're looking at a co-captain of the 1985 Georgia History Quiz Bowl team right here, buddy, on PBS. We won. We were tens of people watched this number 13 right here. Watched us on PBS. Had it on VHS for a long time. I don't know where it is, but yeah, we won. We won the state. Thank you very much.
So what you're telling us is that you've been the star of a select audience media outlet for your whole life. Then this is your natural role.
I have been. I've been exploited all my life by tens of people on TV. So. And if you ask me any of that stuff, it was programmed in, and once the Quiz Bowl was over, it was gone, man. I don't remember any of it.
What?
It would not take me much to refresh. I mean, do I know
who was the vice president
probably,
of James A. Garfield? Do you know that one?
What's that?
Who was James A. Garfield's vice president?
From Georgia? Yeah, I used to.
No, he's not from Georgia.
Well, it was Georgia history. It was all Georgia history, not Georgia History Quiz Bowl. So
you just always say Oglethorpe, and you got a chance of being right.
Oglethorpe, or yeah, that's it. Fort Gordon. Anyway, Mr. Sandlin, what's up in your world?
I think we put him asleep.
I think so. He's building.
No, I was just putting some parts away from building the Ghost. Had the handful of extra little bits. So I was doing some sorting and putting away of things. And I have not been in the Lego room since Monday, since our show. So I have not done any Lego stuff this week.
No Legos?
No, not really. Had to take my dog to the vet, so there's no Lego budget for anything new.
Yeah, for sure. That's the same. Bo is still. My dog is ill, so I'm thinking about Bo. We got some medicine that's making him feel better right now. So, but he's probably got some sort of cancer going on. Hopefully, this will knock the swelling back, and he'll be better. But yeah, the vet ain't cheap. I can tell you that much. So, even X-rays and blood work was like $800, and I'm like, dude, I haven't got any medicine in him yet. So anyway, yeah, I'll show y'all. I've got the Friends spaceship. Is I just got to do some interior, but I did throw down this the other morning. It's kind of Nuevo Explorians kind of going on there. So
Nice use of the trans blue tubing.
yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, and I probably will just leave it hollow like that, just for some sort of, I don't know what it's for, but it looks cool. So, but
I mean,
it
it's gonna
lands
have
like
it's gonna have a lot of drag if it enters the atmosphere, but in space it should fly just fine.
space. Well, these fairings will, we'll fix that there. But I'm gonna put some little bit of greebling right there on that spot, and I've got to try to do some sort of play feature from Explorians, where they use those red and yellow or red and blue dishes to decode some things. But it's fun. I think I may do a Nuevo Explorian redo. So maybe this is about the size of the Scorpion detector. So what I may do is take things that were ships and turn them into vehicles, and take things that are vehicles and turn them into ships. So this is the new Scorpion detector or something or other. So
You know what you could do? You could do a mashup of you and Dana, and you could do a ship on each of the colors. So like this monochrome habitats, you could do like a color for each ship, and you could use like the ship timber colors. I don't know. I'm spitballing here, but
well, it was my goal, and I'm almost done with it. And I need to get them out, repair them, and get them a little bit more ready for transport. I had all the basic colors of Lego built into a spaceship ship. There was blue,
Okay.
white, black, red, and yellow. And I was going to do a green one and all that kind of stuff. So I still have those in some sort of disrepair after a show and everything. I decided not to bring them to Atlanta because it was just going to be too much of a pain and they were running out of space to display things. So I do have all that, and now I've got a Friends color spaceship. So yeah, maybe we should do some more themes like that. But I'm not doing super monochrome. There's going to have to be other colors on the spaceship for me to make a ship that size. But that would be cool.
Yeah, it's hard to build something interesting in just one color. I will say this about the whole monochrome thing. It's, I mean, you could, if you wanted to like push yourself. I like when I do buildings, I almost always use white as one of my trim colors because it just works, plays nice with almost every color. But it would be interesting if you could use white or black as a trim color and do like one color plus sort of a basic trim color. And then in it too, like when it comes to white or black pieces, that's actually a good Lego question. I should pose this to Brick Nerd. Like, what Lego color has the most different parts available? Because, as we know, many parts only come in certain colors, and there's a couple newish parts that only come in a handful of colors. And that's a challenge if you go to build something and you're like, wait, it doesn't come in that shade. I'm guessing white and then black is probably the second most common, but
let me go to BrickLink's color guide.
Are you going to exclude actual brick, and just specialty parts?
I would say, like, of the molds that Lego produces, which color is the most common across all of the molds?
According to the color guide on BrickLink, white has 14,897 parts made in white. Black has 12,281. That looks to be in second.
Yeah, my suspicion was correct so far. So.
Yeah.
Okay. What would we predict would be number 3 though? Because I think after white and black, I don't have a strong hunch as to what would be the third most prominent color.
I think I have it.
Okay, well, you can't participate.
Well, I'm looking at the numbers scrolling through.
Rich.
So yeah,
Rich, what
I
is
think
the
it's light bluish
third?
gray.
What's the third color going to be?
Light bluish gray.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of the gray out there.
okay. What does
would-
Mr. Sandlin think?
I that makes a lot of sense to me.
Is Mark paying attention? What color do you think is in third?
I got nothing.
If it's not light bluish gray, it's red.
I will say that when I'm sorting loose brick at my house, white and black are probably the two most, and then the grays are probably the next two colors. Before we get to like yellow, red, green, it seems like there's a lot of gray parts. So
The third is red, 8,000
What?
parts.
Oh.
Fourth is yellow with 6,000 parts.
what?
Light bluish gray. You got to think about though, light bluish gray has split time with light gray, but light bluish gray is 4,600. So I think it's third, fourth, fifth.
Well, this raises a good question, which is if we, instead of looking at all parts all time, if we went on and looked at parts available on Bricks and Pieces, maybe light bluish gray would be in third place there.
Is somebody rewinding this?
That's amazing. Dana's vocal surgery is definitely strange.
That was
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely Dana because when I mute him, it stops.
Dana, we didn't know your cat could talk like that.
We can't. You're not talking even with your mic on. So Dana's raccoons have gotten in his computer, and that's what we're hearing.
Channeling cool. He's channeling
He's all
cool.
running backwards.
That was
Oh, talking to us.
The Dana Comedy Hour.
that was amazing.
That was.
I don't think we could reproduce that even if we wanted to. Like, that was just a moment of serendipity right there.
Remember that episode of Star Trek where the Captain Kirk and they get sped up, and all they hear is the people who are. Anyway, that's what happened. Dana's been sped up. So in the chipmunks.
That was like the opposite on the Okay, talk real fast now.
So do I sound any different, or is it feel really squeaky and loud? I don't know.
If you couldn't hear it, you need to go back and watch.
I
the recording.
couldn't hear it. I
It was
couldn't
so-
hear it.
That was amazing.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I wasn't even saying anything.
It was like feeding back our conversation through your thing, but it was just hilarious.
Well, I did notice it when I left and came back. I'm like, well, let me make sure to check my mic settings, and it was set to unknown mic. So I don't know which device it was picking. I don't know. So
Do you have a mic on the squirrels outside?
it's raccoon time at this point. So no squirrels at this time of the hour.
This reminds me, we were rewatching the TV show *Halt and Catch Fire*, and which is one of our favorite shows. And there's this there's been this very dramatic event, which I won't disclose what it is, but this older character is trying to show compassion to this young, like high school age girl, and they're in the car together, and she has like her headphones on, and he says, well, why don't you play your music? And she goes, oh, you wouldn't like it. And he's like, oh, you'd be surprised what I'm into. And she's listening to Alvin and the Chipmunks. and she plays in the car stereo, and he just has like this, I am not going to register anything on my face look. Like, he's like, I'm driving, you know.
Just let it go. Just let it go. You want out? You want out? Here.
Oh.
Now Dana has left. Is he letting a raccoon outside or a cat?
Not letting a cat out of my office.
Dana, you missed it, but
To Matt, that my wife got one of those bird sets, employee only bird sets.
Yeah.
I think it's still back in my pile of shame.
yeah, it's it's kind of a cool idea. Dana, you missed it. One of the people in the chat said Zool in the Chipmunks.
It was Moto. I saw it when I came in. Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Moto usually has the comment of the night, and I'm glad to see that I instigated the comment of the night. So yes,
You're
Zoomer
almost
and the
certainly
Chipmunk.
the
Giddens, what
reason
shirt
for
is that you have on? It's very NASA-y. Is it Lego NASA-y or is it just NASA-y?
No, it's
it's a
Diet
Coke
Coke
bottle
and
rocket.
Mentos rocket.
I like it. I like it.
Is it being propelled by New Coke or Old Coke?
Looked like it was Diet Coke and Mentos.
Diet Coke and Mentos. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What was I think this is a Think Geek shirt back when they were the thing, or I can't remember which shirt.
I used to get
I've had it forever.
Or no, I used to get Woot shirts. Woot.com.
Shirt Woot. This is a shirt Woot.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say probably a Woot shirt. Probably a Woot shirt.
We at the mall near me, which is the Mall of Georgia store, there was a Think Geeks brick and mortar store for a while, and
There was.
I always
over here,
stopped
too.
when I was up there, and we went up to see Oppenheimer nerd movie, and it's gone. Like I was like, this is one of the few stores in this mall that I would make a point to go to, and now it's gone. I'm like,
Thank the pandemic.
Yeah. Think
Is that
Geek,
right?
I know they were like nerd Amazon before things, and then they expanded into physical stores, dumped some money into that, but they were kind of losing their. I think they were losing their uniqueness and everything because there was tons of retailers doing nerd stuff because nerd culture got really big, and then I think they've just disappeared. So
They got bought though by I don't remember who bought them, but they got bought.
I heard your mom got bought.
oh,
Thanks, Dana.
so you're saying
coming in
nerd-
firing, right? Doesn't come to
Nerds-
listen to our stories of our day, but comes in to
just
drop one on his. He's
It doesn't matter. It just he just comes in swinging. It doesn't matter who's talking.
I'm sorry. You held the
You-
ball out to me. I swung.
your mom held her. Anyway,
Oh dear.
And in your case, it was only one ball.
thank you very much. 10 years. Thank you very much. So
We'll be here all week.
one of them.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you very much. It only took 38 minutes for us to discuss. Anyway,
I got a question.
Okay.
I have a serious Lego question to propose. What do you think about the 1x1 round plate with the 90-degree bar?
I'm all over it. I think it's great. I like it.
when they make it in yellow, it will be used very rudely. I'm pretty sure, but
I'm sure. Yeah.
It is February
9th
10th.
and 10th, sir. That weekend. I think it's a great part, and it has like, it's got the small connection point for like feathers and stuff and flames. It's got the stud has a hole in it for that. It has the ability to clamp the bar from the top and the side. Great multi-use part. So the more the merrier, right?
You could do this with it.
All sorts of cool, fun stuff.
So
Hey,
if you could do a reversey stud with it,
Is that like a reach around?
Keep it PG-13 with a hand motion. There, okay.
almost. The one bar part goes into the hole of the roundy part.
It's funny how
It
as soon
does.
as Dana logs on, it just goes right
Yeah,
off.
y'all used to call me, I mean, to the point where Francine called me old dirty bricks or whatever the other day. And old dirty gray bricks, that's what she called me. And I'm like, it's not me, it's them. Were you not in that online thing? And she referenced
I think I
hilarious.
missed that, and now I'm regretting that I did.
It was a highlight.
It's hilarious.
Display what?
I think he's talking about Atlanta BrickCon. If you want to go to the Atlanta BrickCon website in probably about another week or so, and there will be information on how to sign up, I believe.
Yep. And you can do it as a lug. You probably contact him. He'll give you special space because he gives us
Space.
that's right. Peach Slug gets some space. I know that South Carolina got a big chunk last year, so we would love to have you come hang out with us. We need to all hit a Waffle House together. So
So,
Yeah.
so my question actually is adjacent to that particular piece. if you can make it a reversey with 2-plate ties, why won't Lego make a reversey?
I
Studs on both
concur.
sides.
I concur.
You talking about stud?
Stud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stud on a plate.
So many,
Why?
so many things with Baby Space would have been solved if I'd had a stud. I just, needed it.
Well, you do know that they have made now, it's not a round boat plate, but it's a round tile with studs on top and not. So, which is kind of nice.
Yes. But still being able to do studs, because you can do anti-studs on both sides easy.
Yep.
In so
Easy.
many different ways. But you can't do studs on both sides. And it makes it very difficult to make that transition to do certain things. And it's very frustrating.
You can do studs on both sides, and you can do it even better now with that new piece.
Right.
But it has been very difficult, and I get it. They don't want to, quote unquote, they don't want to copy anybody. But
Right.
my goodness, yes, I know they have them. They've had them forever, and so did Tycho. And that's not the point. The point is, Lego has seemingly maybe made pieces that other people have already made in the past.
People have been making pieces that Lego's made forever. So why not,
Isn't it big happy community?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get. Looks like the website. I'm getting the my connection is not private going to the website, so they may be goofing around with it. But Nick and Amanda are your contact there. I'm trying to dig out an email or something for you about the show. I'm pretty sure if you go to the Facebook page for Atlanta BrickCon, they'll have it. And what is the main company? I can't remember now for those shows. What is Nick and Amanda's company? Do you remember?
I don't know. I don't know.
Not the Brick Convention. It's Brick Events or something, or
Yeah, it's something like Brick Events or something. Something like that.
So we were talking about tokens, and then I forgot about this one, but this was a token that I got that totally looks like Mark's Crabulons,
Yeah.
like kind of miniaturized Crabulon.
Excellent.
Oh, that's cool.
So when I saw this, I was like, someone probably doesn't even know it, but they're like, they're going into Mark's Crabulon zone when they made this little token. It's quite cute.
It could be a Zoidberg.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, a lot of people liked the crab piece, so it wouldn't surprise me if somebody had done that. At first, I was thinking maybe it was Tanner, but Tanner actually had tokens made with the crab on it. So,
Well, it seems unusual with all the underwater sets and stuff that they have not reused that very small crab piece, because it doesn't seem like it's that hard. It's made out of the mushier kind of plastic, right? It's not the pure ABS. So I don't know. It seems odd that they haven't reused that.
and it's also an accessory, so it's not like it should be a CMF exclusive. But
Yeah,
they get weird sometimes, so who knows?
it's gonna be the new. It's gonna be the new goat.
It'll probably
No!
go up in the, maybe like a friend's set or something. One of these days, it'll be in their
Yeah, you would think.
beach or aquarium or some kind of thing, and they'll drop it in there or something.
I'll say
Well-
another one that I wish they would make was the macaw, the multicolored macaw bird that came in the CMF series as an accessory. I would like to see that show up another set so that the price would drop on that a little bit, but that's probably not going to happen. I don't have a Fleeve Nork.
Do you not?
Mine is actually in my
I don't have one.
habitats.
They
Oh,
never
don't-
they never made the Scorpion in trans neon green again.
Yeah.
Just
And
the
it was
one.
in an Arctic set of all things
Yes, the Arctic Polar Base. It was an expensive Arctic set at that.
at that.
At the time, it was a whopping $100.
Which was it?
That was when $100 actually bought you something.
And a big set for that matter.
That's when Lego was doing, like they still do, like they do the volcano and all the city, especially town little extra adventure.
Yep.
And then they upcharge the snot out of it. And then when it gets to come to Christmas time, Walmart goes, look, we got them all for 25% off. And that's the price they should be. So,
Yes.
but they played that back in those days. So
Speaking of which, I got a Justifier today at Target for $120. It's 30% off.
nice.
I saw it and I was like, this box was a little dinged, and I'm like, well, I bought one and I have never built it, so maybe I could always build this damage box one if I want to build it, and then flip the other one down the road because
That's still overpriced
it's it's still overpriced.
because it still has fewer pieces than the Galaxy Explorer, which
And
retail for $100.
It's still crazy. It's still crazy.
That's why the Galaxy Explorer sells so well.
Don't go there.
Oh, shut up.
That was hard. That was just rude.
No,
Sure.
I was looking at my Lego office shelves, and I have the Justifier, or as I always call it, the Juicifier, sitting there, and I'm like, it's really not that great of a ship. Like, if I had to disassemble one of the ships to make room for something else, that would be near the top of the list right now.
Well, and the funny thing is that part of the reason that set would even be worth getting was for the Omega figure, but now she's going to be in the calendar, the Advent calendar. I'm assuming that the figure is probably a different figure. It's not the same figure, but still. Now people who wanted to get an Omega figure to go with their Bad Batch, they just got to get the calendar.
Or maybe she's wearing one of those ugly Christmas sweaters or something. Who knows?
No, from what I've seen it's just her. Yeah. However, there is an Ewok wearing an ugly Christmas sweater.
So
I will say that between the Target recent 20% off and the April discount, I am actually very caught up on my Lego wish list that I can't keep on my phone. And there's a couple, it's kind of interesting. There's a couple sets when they come out and I'm all like, ooh, that'd be really cool. But then when it comes time to pull the trigger, I start to go, well, maybe I don't really want that. But like, I have a couple on there, like the Lighthouse set, which looks cool, but I don't know. I mean, if Jason Santi's listening, he's probably going to cry, but big screen ABC.
It's usually the
weekend.
yeah. She's answering that question. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same figure. The thing.
No,
All right, so
is it the exact same figure?
I think so.
That's horribly wrong. That's just wrong.
Well,
Oh,
burn. So
He looks
I
like
want to bring this up because I think we
Ahsoka.
talked about it before, but let's talk about overpriced sets. This baby right here.
Yeah.
It's a cool windscreen, but it's a lot of money.
It
mean,
is it's $80, right? Or crazy like that. Yeah, I know it's $90.
$90 for that set?
When you think
Yeah.
about it, Dana, though, it's $20 per cat, and then the rest of the set is like $10.
Well, that's true. Yeah. No.
I mean,
yeah.
the spaceship does have a really nice selection of slopey, curvy
Yeah,
pieces and things.
He's got a point.
It is overpriced though.
Yeah.
It's over.
small Paul.
I mean,
And they did full interior on it, which is great.
Look, they even threw in the old classic 1x2 tile.
Mm-hmm. But
Gins is a fan because he always makes interiors on his builds. So.
Those are
Well,
some
look at
nice.
I think it's great. These are great stickers.
Are those printed or
No,
stickers?
those are stickers.
Nah,
Are they
those
going
are,
to be stickers? Yeah, they're most likely stickers.
they are cool looking though.
They're cool stickers.
They are. They're all of this. I mean, the figures I don't care about, but there's a whole lot to love in this. You have to wonder if maybe this set in development had the bad guy in it too. And this is just my theory, and I've read it somewhere that there's supposed to be the bad guy build. It feels like half a set, right?
Right.
That the bad guy figure and a vehicle or
Something.
something should have been in this set. They cut it, but they didn't cut the price point because that was already set by the retailer.
Which is awful. Because
It's awful.
I like the set. I like the figs, but I don't want to pay $90 for that.
They
No,
could still keep a villain minifig in there and keep the price point though. I mean,
Yeah, but the fact is that they didn't put.
Yeah, it has 420 pieces in it though for $90.
That's That's
That's not just IP tax. That's like IP,
I mean,
runaway
that's-
inflation tax.
I mean, in the Black Panther movie, the second Black Panther movie, that would have been a giant ship and one more figure for that price. So I don't understand. Either it's been mismarketed at its price or something, because I cannot see that anybody buying it for $90.
No, and then you got that Statue of Liberty set, the Battle of the Statue of Liberty or whatever. That's like $20 more. You get 4 times the figs and 3 times the number of parts or something crazy like that for 20 extra bucks.
Exactly.
Right.
So it
So
makes no sense. Makes no sense.
yeah, I don't understand it. Yeah, that let me see if I can find it. That other set is $109. It has 900 pieces in it, and
Figures.
tons more figures. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has 9 figures in it.
But as Matthew
For
did
just
point out, this
$20
has
more.
3 cats. So that's why it's overpriced.
Yeah, no cat erasure on this channel, please. I mean, each one of those cats has a personality, and
And they're expensive. They're always expensive.
So for Dana, that's a day one set.
Normally it would be for sure, but not $90. No. And actually, the
If it
funny
had
thing is
Rocket
that-
Raccoon in it, it would be a day one.
well,
set.
I do have that set over there, but as Matthew said that his list is getting weeded out, my list is not, because the incentive for things has not been great enough for me to get. I have a Pick-a-Brick order that has been sitting in my cart for 3 weeks because I'm waiting for October 1st for the parts pack because I want purple air tanks, and I've got several different orders and I'm gonna wait for. What's up, Mayor? This is a first sighting. I think this is the first time we've seen you in at least 2 months.
Yeah, Brian too with me.
Brian Lurkin.
Yeah, so there's a reason I've been MIA. I've been dealing with some breast cancer, so it's been not so fun.
Not fun.
You look great. I'm glad you're here. How you feeling?
So I had some zombie skin from my mastectomy, and so yesterday I was told I get to have surgery again. So I had surgery again today.
Are you in the hospital?
Oh no. It was like an hour-long thing, but they gave me anesthesia because they had to put me under, and I've been asleep since 1 in the afternoon, pretty much. So I'm awake now.
And you will be all night.
Yeah, and I have a terrible headache. It was all of the not fun of drinking with all of the hangover of drinking.
Yeah. I just call that being 50.
Yeah, so I can't sleep. Natalie woke me up about 30 or 40 minutes ago, and I'm now awake. So I figured I'd come say hi, since no one's probably seen me in the flesh.
We are happy to see you.
We are happy to see you, and thinking and praying about you for all the stuff you got coming up next. Do you want to tell anybody any of the stuff you got coming up, or are you just leaving that
Sure,
to-
I think a lot of people know, but you will be seeing me with the new hairstyle here in a few weeks. Yeah, as in no hair.
Well, now I'm going to recommend that you don't cut it prematurely, because my mother-in-law went through chemo and she thought she was going to lose all her hair, and so she cut it short.
The
And then she didn't lose
oncologist
any of her hair at all.
the oncologist told me with the drug she's giving me,
It's guaranteed.
it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
I might even lose my eyelash. I might even lose my eyebrows. So
You could, but
Yeah, that was the
me-
one thing I didn't lose, and I wanted to draw them on and make goofy pictures. But my nose hair fell out. But
yeah, that's what other people say is your nose hair sometimes falls out, and like when you have a runny nose, it just all dribbles out because there's nothing to help slow it down.
Really?
Now we're getting into
I was thinking that
I can go back to making inappropriate innuendos if we want to change the topic.
if we want to talk about gross chemo reactions, I've been doing too much googling. So,
Ooh, that's
but
bad.
no, the drugs they're giving me, they told me it's 100% I'll lose my hair. So, I actually went to my stylist because my sister had a bridal shower this past weekend, and my hair, I still hadn't washed it since my original surgery 3 weeks ago. And they're like, oh, well, at our location down in Buckhead, we have a guy that's been doing cancer wigs for 15 years. So he's helping me get a wig. not that I'll be wearing it a lot, but for I have family events coming up. But he has a pediatric wig place that will make hair wigs for pediatric cancer patients and also pediatric kids that have, what's it called, alopecia. So some kid is gonna get this fine hair
That's
Nice.
cool.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
because there's a lot of it. I mean, I think you could get 2 wigs out of it, to be honest, for a kid's head.
For a kid, yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Natalie and Brian will be cutting out. I think they're gonna be all excited about it. So
Well, Brian's already shaved his head all the time. Is Natalie going to shave her head with you?
no, I don't want people to do that.
I will
Enjoy your
Okay,
life.
all right, no,
Just because
this
my
is-
life temporarily
Oh.
sucks. Oh man.
This is what you get
Yes.
right there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Brian is laughing.
So
Funny.
I just want to point out the upside of this. You know, I'm trying to look for a silver lining in a bad situation, but it opens up some Halloween costume opportunities for you. You could
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
could do the G.I. Jane look, or the Sigourney
That chick from
Weaver,
Star Trek 1.
Sigourney,
Yeah,
or
but
Star
that's
Trek,
up Barbie.
or the Sigourney Weaver in the one where she lands on the prison planet. She has to get her head shaved. Like,
Alien 3.
yeah, you could do Alien 3. I mean,
Don't talk
I'm
about
trying to
Alien 3.
I'm trying to find an upside here. So
So I was wanting to do Weird Barbie, but I think by the 30th it will be gone. So because I'll have almost 3 sessions, and most people say with the drugs I'm on, it'll be gone after 2. So I was all there for being Weird Barbie and to let Natalie hack it, and then draw some circles around my eye, find a pink outfit to wear that's really obnoxious.
I have to say that when we went to see the Barbie movie and they introduced Weird Barbie that had been played hard with, I literally was like laughing out loud, like tossing popcorn. I thought it was so funny. Like,
That
I'm like,
movie-
I had a
I
Weird
had a
Barbie.
sister, and there were a couple of dolls that had been played hard with and showed it.
That movie has so many levels of meta through the whole thing.
Yeah.
It is an amazing. I mean, yeah, it's an amazing movie. It is. It really is.
Okay, but
And I
we
have to.
have Mare here, so let's talk about Ashoka.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to comment before we go over to that. Speaking of Barbie in the mocks, there's been a lot of people out there who have made the Barbie dream house, and I think I have to give props to friend of the show, Maticus Brick.
Yep.
I think I like his the best. Other people have done great jobs, but I think his,
Hands down, his attention to detail was spot on.
yes.
Yeah. And
There-
that's,
I don't-
that's where it's at.
I don't know if you've seen it, but there was a Barbie house at Brick Slopes that used Barbie dolls and used Lego to build the rooms. And so there was like a bathroom and a kitchen, and I think there were 6 different rooms. It was
I
pretty-
saw that one too, but to
Okay.
me, even though I love the scale, I think on the details were a little bit more refined on Maticus's. It was still a good one.
Sure.
I like the Belleville style of I'm going to build to that scale.
Yeah.
But no, for Ahsoka, Dana, I think I've been talking. I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, but I feel like she's kind of like the equivalent of Grumpy Luke. Even in Rebels, Ahsoka was serious, but when she wasn't serious, she had a kind of playful, mischievous attitude about herself, even though, life sucked. In this one, she's just like ragging on poor Sabine all the time.
she's kind of like moody Ahsoka instead of like
It's been 10 years though, and she's
I
been
know,
through things.
but I mean, she'd been through a lot of things. I mean, she crashed a whole Venator of troopers that she was friends with and killed a bunch of them and had to go out into the unknown. And she still in Rebels, she still had a little bit of that
Maybe she
mischievous.
got it back after her near-death experience.
I'm hoping it's back because she was not my Ahsoka in the first four or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
But
So
and even
maybe
Hera's a
we'll-
little watered down, and Sabine is also
Oh, yeah.
a
Oh,
little
yeah.
watered
Hera-
down.
Rebels Hera would not take shit from anybody. She would have been like, I'm taking this whole damn fleet and you could come out and get me with the whole damn whatever fleet is left.
Exactly. She's a mama protecting her children. That's how she's
He gets a
always
little of
been.
that. You'll see a little of that if you're not caught
That's
up.
what she does though. I mean, she took a squadron of X-wings and Peace out.
Spoilers.
Sorry, spoilers, everybody.
She
Yeah,
did, but
yeah,
she
what-
didn't go. I mean, she,
I don't know if
you
2 episodes ago is within the realm of spoilers at this point.
Exactly.
Anyways,
For these people, if you haven't watched it by the night that it came out, it's fair game.
I'm gonna do this. My hands are getting tired. Oh, it will not let me do
one
that.
time on text that they started talking about things the day after it aired, and I'm like, I haven't had a chance to watch it. People, slow down. Different
Gone
show.
are,
Yeah.
gone are the days
Yeah.
of live television where if you missed it, you want somebody to tell you because you missed it because you don't want to wait till 3 months until reruns to catch me up. But no, this is the days of streaming and live TV doesn't exist. Give me time. Give me time.
Okay, let's talk about that a second. How the crap did I catch the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown every year, and it only came on once? And now that you can watch it multiple times, I'm like, I didn't watch that this year. That whole thing, it was a no miss.
Because we were indoctrinated to watching TV at night to watch the things we wanted to watch at the specific times. So we unconsciously planned our lives around primetime TV.
Absolutely, we did.
And now
Natalie finds commercials affront to her sensibilities.
my wife would agree with her wholeheartedly.
Natalie, yeah, I left broadcast TV behind like at least 10 years ago.
Exactly.
I actually watched broadcast TV to watch a live sporting event recently, and we pay for like ad-free YouTube, so I don't see the ads. And I had forgotten how ads get they get in a rut, or they have like the latest that was touting how AI is going to make your potato chips better, or like now with AI, your hamburger is going to be juicier. And I was just like, people, didn't we in the 90s it was like the internet is going to make everything better, and then it was like big data is going to make everything better. Now it's like AI is going to make everything
Well, it was
better.
Watson, right? Remember Watson was the AI, the Skynet guy. We don't talk about Watson anymore. We talk about Chat GPT.
Right.
Well, there's some some TikToker or stream reel or whatever. It's this girl who makes jokes, and she did a bit of all the prior AIs and how they react to each other in a conversation. It's very, very funny. Yeah, ChatGPT is like, yeah, I just rewrote a constitution for a small third world country. Yeah.
So one of my students at Emory said that another professor is there. She's in like a programming class, and the professor wants them to use AI to write basic code, but then it asked the AI to write a question that an AI couldn't answer, and they were going to see what would happen. The AI would go.
And then it's now nuclear. We're standing with Sarah Connor at the fence and burning up. Thank you very much.
Would you like to play a game?
I'm like, has this professor not seen any science fiction movies? Like,
Yeah. Do you guys watch the show? Oh, where did that go? I was going to throw a picture up, but it disappeared.
So, Pink Wheels, I'm assuming you're taking some leave for a while. Is that fair? Or are you stepping away from your workplace? Or
I was out. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw how enormously bored I've been. It's because I was out for the last 3 weeks.
Right.
And then this was we need to get you scheduled for tomorrow. So I was at work this week, and I'll be probably working from home. But no, I'm going to keep working. I need to do something. Otherwise I'll be posting like, hey, I'm building this set today every 2 hours on Instagram, because that's pretty much what I was doing. Yeah, I hit the backlog hard, really hard, which is good.
Your
5
pile of
sets.
shame came down
Good job.
quite a
5 sets. That's how many I knocked out.
And not just small sets, big sets.
And
We
you're
did.
like, what a cool being thing this is. This is nowhere close to my building skills.
Nah, it's just I don't have the energy to go back to the piles of bins and find stuff.
So
So segueing into that, I did not build my Friendshiptober. I started it in August. I know, not real, but I figured I could do a few. If I finished it in August within a few, 3-4 weeks, I can just say it was for September. But no, I did not. It was a very sad September this year.
It's okay. You have a good reason not to.
One of
Yes.
the things I tossed out.
Ooh.
as
You
a
like
See,
to
staff
stay
goal-
after end.
I'm getting out Friendshiptobered by everybody else.
It's gone
You need to be the
mainstream.
judge.
Meaner for
longer
the next
the-
one.
Cool boutique special contest that only the cool kids knew about. Now everybody's doing it. So
But that's what we wanted. We wanted.
Yeah,
it.
that's the point.
That's the point.
Right. Is the point. By the way,
So-
here you go.
what do you think about the potential of doing so? People, we, as you said, a number of people have done the Barbie house. What if we did a layout of the whole Barbie town, though? I think that has some potential as a collab.
I don't have pink. It's all at Julian. I gave my pink to Julian.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I have to think. Like when I built that small pink part or cube at for New Hashima, like it has like one part that I had to use pink, just a straight pink brick on, because I was using those little photo holders from the dots. And I got those for like 3 cents from Brikina, and it makes a cool kind of, manufactured look of like a building. But I had to fill in with some regular pink, and it was getting slim, which reminds me I owe you your teal back. But
Yeah,
we don't have any pink
No
anymore.
rush.
It's been at
we took
Julian.
every bit to Julian.
So it's somewhere. It's not here. It's in the pink bucket castle.
It's on Bricklink.
Pretty sure that pink is also pretty cheap on Burkina because I got the like medium pink off the wall and that was not moving. I mean, I think it's when I got pink dots, when I needed more pink dots for my mosaic, getting the pink dots for a penny was not hard to find. So there's a lot.
Yeah,
of them.
those was it 2 by 1 by 2 by 2 the photo clip holders. Those are super cheap, and they have them in aqua too. I didn't buy them though. They're good. They're cool. They had tons of them, and you could just use it for kind of like make it a facade of texture.
Well, that's the great thing if you can find a good random part that nobody's using and just buy them all.
Yeah,
it creates a great cool new texture that nobody's going to think about. That's the way to do it.
When I was
Yeah,
building turquoise Jetsons Tower and I ordered turquoise bricks from Burkina, they were very cheap because people were not buying a lot of turquoise. So
Yeah, we'll
There
see.
you
I
go.
don't know what I'm gonna build this year because we'll see how I feel. Some people have 2 crappy days. Some people have 10 crappy days.
Yeah, your mileage.
Debbie Downer is here to Debbie Down.
No. It's real. But I don't. I will say this. One of the when I lose taste and all that kind of stuff. The only thing that ever tasted normal was Claxton fruitcake, and I do not like Claxton fruitcake. It's got right, but everything tasted weird, but that tasted exactly the same. That says a lot for classic and fruitcake, but also was pretty funny. And literally, when I was feeling bad and I just wanted something to be normal, I would go get me a little piece and eat it.
Fruitcake.
And it was like, this is bad, but it tastes like it's supposed to. So,
But
bring it on.
fingers crossed, if I don't get sick during chemo, my chemo should finish up 2 weeks before ABC.
Which is what we need to have happen. So
That's
Yes.
right.
So Simon's supposed to come down and drink beer in Asheville, so I have to make that happen. So
Can we not get him to Atlanta Brick Convention?
he's coming, but
Is
he also
stopping-
wants
he's doing a pilgrimage all at the same time. That's how
Wow.
yes,
that's how
yes,
he justifies his road trips.
his trip. Yeah, he's never been to Asheville. He loves craft beer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of the meccas of craft beer. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah,
So-
New Hashima will have its own. It won't be as big as Brick World, but it will definitely be bigger than what Stefan usually brings out. It'll be a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Just a
Well,
little bit.
what came to Atlanta last year, which was darned impressive.
Oh my
and it
God,
had
it's
several
big as it
small
is.
towers,
Yeah.
was just him. So anything else that people bring is cherry on top, and everything. So I'm excited by that. So, but I don't
That's
think
right.
I will not have a module built by then. I don't think. I really don't think I have I would like to, but I don't think it's going to happen. So.
'Tis my next project to finish. Is my contribution.
And maybe I could build some like weird vehicles or something like that. I have to look.
They need vehicles.
Always.
Can I park this on there? Yoo-hoo.
Probably.
I love that. That's my favorite right there.
It's
Of the ships you've made recently, that is hot.
well, thank you. It was a flurry of inspiration, and so I got to finish it up. Anyway. All right. Well, we are past the hour. Pink Wheels, we are so glad you are here. We hope everything goes well for you. And so we'll be thinking and praying for you through whatever's going on next. And always here to support you in that and everything. Thank you guys for being here. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Be awesome to your neighbors. Be awesome and build awesome. Good night, everybody.
And get your mammograms at 40.
Yeah, even if you're